Right, here we are on Taldrim Altar. Rematch from the GSTL February. Here's our red Terran in the lower right corner. He is
Startail Bomber.
I want to apologize actually to Fortune viewers. Sometimes
Be careful
they're not
with
all
that,
bad. They're not all bad. But I'm just scarred
Bomber.
because, well, hold that thought.
And here's our other Terran, the winner of the last game played between these two players. He is
I am MVP.
One time a friend of mine named Joe linked me to an image on 4chan, and I haven't gone back since. Not a good idea.
A lot of people have that story.
I was scarred by that.
Big thanks to LG, Intel, and G-Skill. They sponsor the GSL. They are the ones bringing you this great StarCraft 2 match today.
Yes, indeed. And
Huge
you know, if you
thanks
come
to them.
down to the studio,
Yeah.
right before some of the games, they pop up those logos on the screen, and you hear a very familiar voice saying, what is it they say?
It says something, I don't know, it's something like sponsored by LG Summit 3D and Intel.
Yeah.
I say it like that because they had me record it in like a really epic
Doa
voice.
did the voiceover for it, so if you
So
come
now-
down here and you hear that, it's
Yeah.
him.
They say it on the Korean stream too, so if you do that. So I have to hear myself say that at the start of every single game I watch here at the studio.
Now, we have both players doing the same thing.
Yep.
Obviously, they're going to start off the same way, but we do have
Oh,
a scout
really?
coming in early for Bomber, and this is actually pretty crucial. That let's see which way he goes. Yes, the SCV came in just early enough that MVP could not tell which direction the SCV came from. He's actually going to scout the wrong direction. There's going to be a Marine out. And
Nice micro from MVP.
Oh,
Gets the SCV.
gets the SCV.
MVP gets the SCV.
Now, Bomber critically did scout the gas, and MVP is not going to be able to scout anything. By the time his SCV gets there, he won't know any information about Bomber's build. So that's a little bit of an edge for Bomber.
MVP trying to hide a factory behind a tree, but it is kind of hard to hide a building behind the tree. Unless it's like a giant tree or something like that. Like one of
Or
those
a
trees
small
from
building.
Avatar. You could hide a couple buildings
You could
behind one
probably
of
fit a
those.
tech lab underneath that tree, and
Yeah.
it would go unnoticed.
I'd say. You will never be one of the people.
What?
Haven't you seen Avatar?
Oh, yeah.
All right. That SCV, not going to be one of Bomber's people. He's not going to blend in no matter how hard he
That
tries.
SCV is not going to get away either. Oh,
Yep.
wait, actually, hold that thought. Oh, gets away with 15 hit points.
Wow.
3 shots left. That would one more volley from those 3 Marines.
Yeah.
Would have
Spelled
exploded
disaster.
that SCV.
So Tech Lab going down on the factory for MVP. Can't talk straight. I'm so excited.
And it's actually not underneath the tree, so
Oh.
if the scan goes
behind it.
down, Bomber might see it.
Yeah. Bomber poking in with some Marines. He does see the Marines of MVP, decides to pull back. Good decision there.
MVP going for Blue Flame Hellions again.
Oh, I like it. I like it. If he decides to bring those Hellions up after he's got maybe 2 to 4 of them, he can do some damage. A lot of times you see players go with like 1, and that's okay, but if you lose a Hellion, suddenly your whole push kind of falls apart.
Yeah. And this is actually going to be probably good for MVP at this rate if things continue,
Yeah.
because Bomber's just massing infantry, getting some infantry upgrades. He's getting the stem. He's got a reactor. Actually, yes, he's getting down a reactor. And he only has the 1 tech lab, so Blue Flame Hellions quite good against Marines, actually.
Yeah. Well, Marines, I mean, they are light units. Blue
Yeah.
Flame Hellions do a lot of extra damage to light units if you get the upgrade. In case you're new to StarCraft 2, Hellions do lots of extra damage. I believe it's what, like 6 or 10? Extra
Gives
damage
them
to light
plus
units?
10 damage
Plus
versus
10.
light units, and they
Right.
start off with, I believe, 14 damage versus light units.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Ton of
24 damage, so that means they 2-shot Marines without the
Yeah.
health upgrade.
So they are very good. And they just barely outrange Marines as well, so you can micro them if you're very, very careful. And they're fast, so really good unit.
Indeed, and he's gonna go in with Marines first
Yep.
and rally in the Hellions as well. And look at this, Bomber has a bunker out front, and if he runs by
very
the bunker,
nice.
he actually has a secondary wall
Oh,
to
Bomber
fall
is
back
so
to.
good!
Very smart, and takes out the Hellions immediately.
Awesome.
The bunker hole's being repaired, and MVP's attack gets completely thwarted with
Wow.
minimal losses from Bomber, who
Wow.
now is about to have stim and concussive shells and marauders and a major advantage.
Yeah. Excellent, excellent defense by Bomber right there. And that just shows you just a huge amount of thinking that these players are doing. Bomber anticipating what his opponent's going to do and set up not one but two defensive lines.
Wow, and that SCV we just caught sight of for a moment. He actually, while that was going on, just casually meandered into MVP's base,
Wow.
saw everything, and then left again with his life.
Huh. Stealth mode activated. Oh, SCV run away.
Oh, but are these Marines going to save the SCV?
Oh, the Marines are going to get taken out by Bomber's Marines.
And
Every little bit counts. That's
Bomber
actually
pulls,
big.
Bomber pulls to a 12 supply lead.
Does he have Siege research yet? I
He
don't
doesn't have
believe
Siege.
he does.
No, he's not going for any kind of...
This could be
mech
really
play.
good for Bomber.
Oh,
MVP
wait.
having to pull some SCVs off the line to defend against this.
Yeah, he doesn't even have Siege started.
Bomber has Stim.
Because he went for the blue flame.
Oh, he's pulling some SCVs as well. Bomber
And-
sees the advantage.
Yeah, this is another time, like you said before with Bomber, where it's not an all-in necessarily, but it's a smart decision to make a move when he has the advantage. He's got the advantage because he has Stim,
And
he
here
has
he
concussive
comes.
shells.
MVPs be the meat shield. Here they go. Stimming in, taking down that bunker so quickly. There are two tanks, but no siege mode.
And he picks off the
moving
tank.
in. Bomber with a huge lead right now. They got a lot of Marines. SCVs being pulled by MVP as well, but I think Bomber may have just enough reinforcements coming in for Startail Bomber.
Oh my gosh, Bomber slaughtering SCVs as they come out to defend that battle. And MVP's going to have to lift that orbital and get it out of there. He's not
Doesn't
even
matter.
lifting it right now. He
He's gonna
leaves the
lose it.
game
GG.
instead. GG, and Bomber
Oh!
takes a 3-2 lead
Wow.
in the series.
Yeah. And now that,
Whoa!
yeah, MVP has got to be worried. He's one game away from
He is
losing the
one game away
finals.
from defeat.
Bomber one game away from winning. And here's the thing. Here's what was so beautiful about that game, Moltrap, is that was one of those all-ins where I think he saw the advantage. He said, hey, if I just pull the SCVs from my natural expansion, go with the bio with the Stim, I've got enough to win right now.
Yeah.
And you just make that decision. You do it. You see a lot of players like Jelizerg is a good example who does that. Fruit Dealer is another one.
And the thing is even if that wasn't even like truly all in, because
Yeah.
even if he had held that off, Bomber killed so many SCVs, he only brought like 6 to 8 or something like that.
Yeah, just a little bit of a buffer.
Exactly, a little buffer, and he killed so many of MVP's SCVs that it would have been worth it anyway. He's actually 10 ahead in the SCV count at the end of that battle regardless.
Yeah.
So very smart move. And, he saw those Hellions. I think he saw those Hellions at some point.
I think he got
and put down
an
a wall to
idea,
block them. A genius defense. And he knew that he'd shut down that attack so much that he could get the Stim, get the concussive shells,
You know what?
and take it out.
Leonidas Terran. Who would set better defenses? Who would control small gaps better than the Leonidas Terran? Startail Bomber.
Startail Bomber.
That's right. So, wow, we're going to move
wow.
on to Game 6.
Game 6.
This has been
Zelnaga
a crazy
Fortress.
series.
This has been
Yeah.
absolutely insane. It's not too late to hashtag the GSL on Twitter, though. Definitely, you don't want anyone to miss out on these last
Yeah.
1
Man,
to
I'm
2
gonna
games.
I'm gonna go back and watch
1 to 3
these
games.
VODs later. These games have been so good today, and we potentially have 2 more games yet. For now, though, we're gonna move into Zelnaga Fortress. It's gonna come up pretty soon. Game starting right now.